Okay, I've been asked to do a vlog on loneliness by somebody that plays a pretty important role in my life, and so here I am. I'm gonna do what I can about loneliness, and it keeps coming up. It's coming up with other people too. I've been mentioning about them being lonely and whatnot, and so, but one person specifically asked me, could you do a vlog on loneliness? So I said, okay, I'll do that. So this is it. Empathetically or sympathetically, I get those two words mixed up all the time. I think it's empathetically. It hurts me a lot to think about people that I care about being lonely, because it's a painful place to be. I've been there before. I've been lonely. I know what it feels like. I have very brief moments in my life now. Like, we're talking moments, and that's painful. That's a painful way to live. And so I'm sorry for that pain that you're going through, and I do wish that I could take it away, and so this is my advice about how to deal with it. I am not lonely because I have the best company in the whole world all the time. Me. I really genuinely like myself and love myself, and I have a lot of passion for things, for activities, creative ventures. I have a lot of love for my physical body and meeting its needs, and so that's how I spend my time. I spend my time doing these creative passions. I spend my time taking care of myself, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And so therefore I don't really ever yearn for anyone's company, because I'm always in this wonderful place of doing, and I remain, for the most part, essentially equanimous to other people's ups and downs, and I don't hold a lot of expectations for what someone should or shouldn't do, or how someone should or shouldn't behave toward me, and so I kind of stay on this good plane for myself. And the truth is, that comes from hard work, and it comes from living in your passion. And if you want to learn to love yourself, and you're struggling with that, you need to go find help. You need to find help. You need psychotherapy, counseling. You need help, and that's a really hard thing for a lot of people in our society today, because there's a social stigma about it, about mental illness, and asking for help, and about it being weak, or being some sort of an insult or whatever. But we all need help. You don't grow muscles without lifting weights. You're not at your best without eating healthy foods and getting sleep. There's these things that we know about our physical bodies that we need, all apply to our mental and emotional and spiritual states as well. They require work. It requires, your brain needs a workout. You read books and your brain starts to work better. You see a therapist and your emotional state starts to work better. You have to go through your past. You have to dig through it. You have to find out what your patterns are, why they are the way they are, and then what the triggers are from those patterns. And then you say, okay, well, so-and-so does such and such a thing, and I behave in such and such a way, and that causes such and such an outcome, and I don't like the outcome. I don't fucking like being lonely and sad anymore. I don't like it. That's what you have to say. You have to be sick of that shit. You don't want to be lonely and sad your whole fucking life, do you? I don't think so. I don't think so. And you don't have to be. So you got to do something about it. You got to do something about it. You got to get help. And then, you'll learn to love yourself, and it's beautiful, and you won't be fucking lonely anymore. And the beautiful thing about not being lonely is you don't yearn for attention, and you don't allow people who are subpar people to come into your life, because you don't have a requirement for them. I don't require anybody in my life. I choose the people in my life, and because I love myself, I attract that from other people. And the people that come through that aren't like, they just kind of wash aside. They don't affect me. It's like they're not even there. It's not a thing. People are coming and going, and it's in the flow. And everything is beautiful. And when it's not beautiful, I don't care, because I'm beautiful. You see? Nothing changes until you raise your standards. And you won't raise your standards until you love yourself. Because right now, you don't really love yourself. For real. There's something about you that makes you feel like you don't deserve any better. And guess what? You do. You do deserve better, but you gotta figure it out. You gotta find out why. You gotta find out what makes you, you. And you can't do it by doing the same shit over and over every day. Whatever you've done to this point is what got you to this point. You gotta make changes. Small steps. Small steps. Get a fucking therapist. Join a dance class. Like, eat a little less greasy food. To take little baby steps, Set an appointment for yourself every day to have a bubble bath for yourself. An appointment. I know, it's crazy, right? Set an appointment for yourself to do the things that you need to do to make you a happy person, to love yourself, and then you won't be lonely. That's basically my advice. That's what I've done. That's what works for me. I'm not a lonely person. I have slight moments of it sometimes. I know what it feels like. It's fucking sad that you're in that kind of pain. Big hugs. I love you, but you gotta do you. Only you can fix that shit. You can't every day go on living the same way and expect a different result. It's the definition of insanity. Okay. Go love yourself.